Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How are y'all?
And I'm the slacker this morning, as usual.
Yeah.
But good morning, everyone. I sure do hope you're doing well today. Good morning, Michelle, Sherry, and Marsha Lee. It's so good to see you.
Good morning, ladies.
I really hope you guys are doing well. Good morning to Maureen and Carrie.
Morning.
And good morning, Amy. I am in a good mood today. Thank
Morning,
Maureen.
Amy, sweetie.
Thank Maureen for waking me up. I did what everyone does. I rolled over and went back to sleep. But I'm glad she did because I was able to get more wood in the fire.
I was going to say.
Yeah, that's important.
Yes, it is.
Let me know what you are working on and what's in your cup. When Nightbot warms up, you can let me know how your weather is. So, good morning, Laura.
Good morning, Laura, sweetie. How are you doing?
Good morning, Amy.
I hope you're staying warm, Laura.
Yeah. The sun is out where I'm at, as you can see here.
Oh, I bet it was still chilly, though. Good morning, Sherry.
Oh, yes, it was.
It is still cold
Good
here.
morning, Sherry.
My high today.
You got my message.
Oh, I bet she did. My high today is 26.
Yowza.
That's I'm like dipping my toe into Amy's territory. I don't want to be in Amy's territory. I want to go back, to spring and fall. Not that I mind winter,
Right.
but I prefer spring and fall. Because when you wake up in the morning and you get out of bed, it's like, oh,
yeah.
shock to the system. Oh, well, you need to take your meds, Laura. But apple juice sounds really lovely. And Sherry said, thank you, Carrie, for the phone call.
You're so welcome.
That's so sweet. But apple juice sounds I haven't had apple juice in a while. Look at you, Laura. You're enabling me. Now I want apple juice. But I would take my apple juice and I would warm it up.
Mm-hmm.
I would have it a little warm, and that would be really lovely.
Add a little cinnamon to it, a little nutmeg, cloves.
That's where I was going.
Ah.
Wow.
Oh my God, bird.
Oh, Amy, you're making my bones hurt, sweetheart.
Wow. Once you hit a certain temperature, isn't it just like...
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference.
But she doesn't have the humidity
that
other people do. But wow, Amy. Oh my. Wow. That's when all the little critters that live out in the forest, that's when they're like frozen, like little critter sickles.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. That's just, ooh. Oh.
That makes me cold. Gives me goosebumps.
Like I said, it hurts my bones.
It does. It makes the bones ache. And you're like, ooh. Oh my. Well, Amy, I'm sure you have water in your cup, and I'm betting you're trying to keep the kids alive. Good morning, my Connie.
Good morning, my Connie. There you are.
Sorry.
Good morning, Connie.
I'm going to get one of you to read the weather for Marion.
Where Michelle Mosaic is, the temperature is -1 or -18 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the west-southwest at 9 miles an hour, and she has 78% humidity. Woo!
It feels like
It
negative.
feels like, oh my goodness. Just another old day here, Amy says.
Bless you. Oh, here's your favorite town.
In Tishomingo, she is partly cloudy. She is at 29 or -2 Celsius. She has wind blowing from the north-northwest at 2 miles per hour and 86% humidity. And oh my goodness, she kept us in stitches this morning, telling us about her getting loaded up in the car and going to see her mom and daddy since she lost electricity. Folks, She needs to write that up and send it to Reader's Digest if they're still taking stories. I'm not kidding you. It was hilarious.
Well, bless you, Laura. That would make sense that other juices would react negatively with your medications. But now I want apple juice.
Good morning, Jen. How are you, sweetie?
Good morning, Jen.
And Laura's weather in Virginia Beach is partly cloudy with a temperature of 29 degrees, which is what I'm at the moment, or -2 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the north-northeast at 10 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 52%. Good morning, Kim, sweetie. Thank you for joining us.
I love that. I have to say it. Kim's Crab Shack Shop. I love that. I had to say it. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Kim.
I just love that. I had to say it, though, Kim's Crab Shack Shop. I love that. It like
Mm-hmm.
But look at that in Hall. She's warm.
Yeah, she's at 45 degrees. Wind blowing from the east. That's why she's warm. 3 miles an hour, but she has 85% humidity.
It's like a heat wave over there.
Right.
You're having a heat wave compared to the rest of us anyway. Pardon me for blowing my nose.
No, that's all right.
I just wanted to sit in here and greet all of you for a little bit. I'm looking for my sweater. Here it is. I thought I could sit in here without my sweater, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
But I am starting to get better.
That's good.
My fever hasn't quite broken yet, but we're getting there. So,
Kim is sitting at 3 degrees in Indiana. It's really what? DK?
I missed that.
She said it's really not. It's really not. But yes, I'm a tad warmer than you are.
Yeah. All right, let's get froggies.
There we go. On in Christian Bird. You are cloudy with a temperature of 19 degrees or -7 Celsius. The wind's blowing from the west at 9 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 63%.
So the humidity is not bad.
No.
My real feel is 10.
Ooh.
But my high today is 26, but I haven't reached it yet.
I was going to say, you're not too far off, though. 7 more degrees is all you've got to play with.
No, it's not too far off. But yeah, but I am under a wind advisory.
And for Carrie, you are at 36 degrees. You're warmer than both of us at the moment, are 2 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the east. That's why she's a little warmer at 5 miles an hour. But you have 100% humidity. Is it raining?
I don't know. I can't tell. It's dark out there.
Oh, here's Sherry. So we got Sherry and Leslie. Let's see who shows up.
Jason said it's raining.
It is raining. Well, that's why you have
Leslie. Leslie's right on the edge of freezing.
Right. Spartanburg, South Carolina, 33 degrees or 1 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the north at 2 miles an hour, but she has 49% humidity. So,
Sherry, drop it in again. Oh, I needed to find a pen. And then we will get we'll get Sherry's weather. Then we'll get started on our topic for today. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Something fun. Oh, there's my pen. Something fun today. So anyway, so I thought we could work through the design process of one of my amigurumis. There's Sherry. Let's see what hers is going to be. Hello to Shira.
Hello to Shira. How are you? So the weather in Pulteney, which is where Sherry Kay is at, she has a temperature of 6 degrees or -14 Celsius. The wind is blowing, though, from the south-southeast at 3 miles per hour, but she has 81% humidity. So she's still,
chilly.
yeah, still up there.
All right. So let me, where am I at? Let me do this real quick. I'm just switching cameras.
Right.
So I don't mean to.
I like that you can go down now and you can still talk.
I know. I like that.
I do too.
Yes, I can.
I mean, I like it, but you also have to be careful. You got to remind yourself your voice is still carrying.
Yes, I can. I can still talk, and I have my thing here. So there we go. Let me get my kind of ring light. Yeah, I have cords everywhere, and I apologize for that. All right. So we are going to work on the design process. So I don't know if I need that light or not. So I want to make something that's going to hold my candy on St. Patrick's Day. So I was thinking about, yeah, don't worry about this. This is parts of a pattern I don't need anymore. Normally I would do this in my notebook, but I'm just going to do it here with you guys. So I'm thinking of a cauldron, you know, and of course the cauldron's going to be open and there'll be an edge on it. And no, I'm not a very good drawer. And of course the bottom of the cauldron, and there'll probably be an edge on the cauldron. I can't decide if I want to put little feet on it or not. I haven't decided about that.
That would be cute, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Now, it's not symmetrical, but it will be when I crochet it. So this is going to be black. Now, not when I do my mock-up, because my first mock-up is going to be in scrap yarn. This is going to be black. This is to show it's round. That's just for my own benefit. I'm doing an edge, a top edge up here. It'll be rimmed in gold. All right. And now if I do the feet, there'll be 3 of them.
Good morning, Mama Gwen.
Good morning, Gwen. And they'll
Good morning, Gwen.
They'll be in black. I want my whole thing when I look at my ruler. See, this is just me. This is how I start my design process. I think I want the whole thing to be as wide as 3 or 4 inches wide. So here to here would be 3 to 4 inches. And then my height would be about the same. So that would be 3 to 4 inches. Now, if it comes out bigger, then that's fine. But this is just me coming up with an idea of what I want to make.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you guys ask questions if you have them.
Yeah, we'll be answering them while she's doing her thing. We'll keep Froggy up with what y'all are chit-chatting about in the chat.
So this is just me spitballing of what I kind of want. My question to you is, okay, so this is empty. This is empty.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to put candy in it. Do you have any questions of what my vision is of what I am trying to create?
There's not any questions coming up yet.
Okay. So this is what I'm trying to accomplish is, you know, you have the rainbow. And the rainbow comes down and it goes into the cauldron. And of course, my cauldron is rimmed gold. And then maybe some feet. You know, so if you have your leprechaun, this is what ends up at the rainbow. And I'm going to have candy in here. So you get it?
Mm-hmm.
There's a leprechaun's rainbow, and it's going to end up here in the cauldron where the gold is. And I've already chosen my candy that I'm putting in it because it's gold wrappers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's my candy right there. But that's what I'm doing. That's my mock-up so far. Now, yes, this is January. St. Patrick's Day is not until March.
But
This is, we would normally be doing this a month before, last month. So I'm actually behind the 8 ball here. We do patterns like this months in advance for that. So this is where I'm going to do this. I'm going to do, we could do the chain 2, work in first chain. We can do the,
good morning, Rachel. How are you, sweetie?
good morning, Rachel. I caught your live yesterday, but
Good
you
morning,
didn't know I was
Rachel.
there. Or we do magic ring. Okay, these are my starts right there. So remember, I'm just working in scrap yarn. So this is my scrap yarn. It's going to be coming up from my lap. So I'm literally writing down, these are 2 ways to start it. Chain 2, work into the first chain, or magic ring. And then I'm just literally going to write down what I'm doing. And I'm actually going to raise this up some. And I'm going to bring these ladies back.
Good morning, Gypsy.
Good morning,
Yes,
sweet Gypsy. How are you doing?
So I'm bringing them back while I sit here and crochet and write what I'm doing. And because this is a mock-up, I'm going to use a bigger hook than I probably will for my final. So, which is not a big deal. Where is it? Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to.
Hello,
So I'm actually going to use an H hook for doing the mock-up. Hi, Elaine.
Hello, Elaine. How are you today?
I did enjoy your live. So I'm going to use my H hook while I'm doing my mock-up. And like I said, I'm going to start it with a magic ring. And this is where I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way to the top. Yeah, there we go. And I think because it fills in so much, I think because this is what I like to do,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to do half doubles.
I'm doing just fine, Elaine. We're just really
So
happy that you're here with us today.
I'm going to do a chain 1, and then I'm going to do some half doubles. So I think I'm going to do 6 of them. This is where I have to literally create what I am seeing out of my head. And there's 4, 5, and 6. This is pretty much what we do for anything we make. Yeah. Now, sometimes we don't draw it, but that's
Hi,
rare.
Elaine.
That is very rare. I prefer to draw it. It makes it easier for me to figure out what I'm going to do.
Well, I like to draw my idea out because then I can sit there and kind of plan my stitches where I want things to change, if it's going to change. So,
yeah, I'm working this up like I would most amigurumis, not all amigurumis, but most. All right. Yeah, I actually slip stitched this one, which I don't normally do. All right. Chain 1. Now 2 in every stitch. So that's what I did. Magic ring. See, I'm actually writing down what I'm doing as I go to do it, or as I do it. That way I'll have the pattern written down for you guys. And then when I go to, oh, that's supposed to say magic ring. I'm going to go, hey, Arrow Lover.
Hello, Arrow. How are you doing, sweetie?
Good
When I,
morning, Margie.
when I do my final one, I'm going to work it up at
Pretty.
this.
That will be really pretty.
I'm going to work up my final one in this and with gold edging. So that's going to be very pretty.
I'm very nice and toasty at the moment. Not outside, but at least inside.
Oh, yes. I am quite comfortable, actually. I'll come back on camera in just a second.
Good, thank you. How rude.
What?
I think she was saying, how are you?
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Yeah. What'd I do? I was trying. I was typing and it finished for me and sent it. I did not push send.
Oh, weird.
Well, I have to be quite honest with you. I am notorious for typing and not reading before I hit send.
Hi, Dawn.
How you doing, Dawn?
All right, let's count stitches. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
We are watching Froggy design her pattern today, so that those of you that are, you're at that point now where you're starting to have these ideas in your head, things that you would like to create that you haven't seen before, or that, you're just creating for yourself. It doesn't matter. She's demonstrating for you the design process that she goes through when she wants to create something. Meemaw Dion says, I'm trying to help mom with computer issues. Oh, well, better you than me, sweetheart. That is not my thing.
All right. All right. I need to.
She's making a cauldron, Margie.
Yeah, I'm making a cauldron. Thank you, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cutting my tail because it's going to annoy me. I don't normally I leave all my stuff hanging, but it was getting on my nerves. Yep. Now I'm going to do 1 half double in 1 stitch, 2 half doubles.
Take care.
Take care. Have a blessed day. And then 2 half doubles in the next stitch, all the way around. And then I'm going to slip stitch. I know I could. There it is.
Yeah. And Margie is asking, how big are you going to make your cauldron?
3 to 4 inches.
3 to 4 inches.
That's not bad for a bottom.
Right.
All right. So I want to know. So that's roughly 2-inch bottom.
How many rows are you in?
I'm in 3 rounds.
And you're at 2 inches?
Yep, 2 inches. That's not bad. So now I can start coming up and then increase a little bit to. Now I can start coming up and then start increasing to barrel it out.
So you're thinking your candy dish at its widest point is going to be 3 inches.
4 inches.
Or 4 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because I had.
Well, you're not going to be able to put very many candy pieces in there then.
Yeah, that's what I had drawn, but I think it might end up being bigger than that. You see what I had drawn? 4 to 4. But I think it's going to end up being bigger than that.
And see, with me, I would want, where's my?
Because see, it's going to go out. See, here's the thing. I'm at 2 inches here. It's going to end up going out 2 inches to the left and 2 inches to the right. So that's 6 inches already.
And that's what I would want. I would want the widest part to be 6 inches.
Yeah, it's going to end up being 6. So this
So
is
you're
gonna
probably at a good point for your base.
Yeah, I think it's going to end up being 6 inches. The height's going to end up being 6 inches too. So it's going to end up being 6. So, yeah, it's going to end up being 6. I think I'm going to do one more. I don't think I need one. No, one more round on the base. Let's do one more round on the base just to be on the safe side. So, HDC, HDC, 2 HDC, SLST. That should take us to 24 stitches. Yeah. Or everybody's quiet.
Well, they're watching you. So while we are sitting here watching you, I want to remind you I've already started receiving some pictures. Tomorrow on My Crochet Stories Live, we will be celebrating what each one of us is making. So whether you are in the middle of your project or you have some finished objects that you wish to share, please be sure and email me, or you can load them up on My Crochet Stories Facebook group if you are a member. And if you're not, you ought to be, because we need to share what it is that we're doing. Like I said, I've already received a few pictures. I do appreciate those of you that are willing to share what you're doing.
Yeah, that's much more what I'm thinking. I
So
like
you
this
added
better.
another round?
I added another round and I like the way it looks better.
Good.
Because now I'm going to go up. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. And it's not much more. It's 2.5 going from over to over. Yeah, edge to edge. So that's much better. So and I actually do this too, guys. So I will write this as the bottom. So this is 2.5 inches.
Amy says, Froggy, I finally got your tatting order and into the post office yesterday.
Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate that. All right, so that's up to 24 inches. So 5. we are going to go around. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm taking a thing. So who in the chat has actually written a pattern while I rest for a second? I know that Maureen obviously has because we've written patterns together. But anyone in the chat, have you ever written a pattern? And I have more questions. And are you surprised that this is how we go about it? And I'm going to have you think on that while Maureen reads us a devotional.
Carrie's going to read us a devotional.
Well, somebody.
No, my devotional is for my life.
Okie dokie. That's fine. I have my book
I
right.
only have one devotional book now.
Oh, okay. Today's then is God has a plan. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. And this comes from John chapter 1, verse 14. Deism is the worldview that says the universe was created and set in motion by God, who then abandoned it, exerting no control over its outcome. Deism compares God to a highly skilled watchmaker who creates a mechanical marvel and winds it up and sets it to ticking before walking away. There is no revelation, biblical or scientific, to support such a theory. Those who hold to it do so on the basis of reason alone. Besides being unsupported, it is a highly impersonal, even depressing view of God, creation, and human existence and destiny. The Bible's view of God is totally different. He created us in his image with a plan to spend eternity with us. In spite of the disruption of sin, the second member of the Godhead, Jesus Christ, came to earth to fix the problem of sin and bring us back into relationship with God, making it possible for God's original design for eternal fellowship to be ultimately realized. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, yes.
Wow, that's a wonderful way to explain it. The day of the incarnation, when God became a man to dwell among us, is the day God proved his promise. I will never leave you, nor will I forsake you, in Hebrews 13:5. James Montgomery Boyce tells us the atonement is the real reason for the incarnation. So see, God had a plan. He even knew that man was going to disobey him, and he had a plan to fix that as well.
Amen.
Amen.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
So I'm actually getting ready. I'm working up now, and I'm going to do the back loop only so I create a ridge, which is what I want, because I am going to go back later and work in that ridge.
Well, show them how you're doing the ridge.
I did a second ago. So I'm working in the back loop only, and it's creating this ridge, and I'm going to go back when I've completed the cauldron and work in that little ridge, because I want to accentuate that, but not with the black. I think I'm going to do it with the gold. Yeah. Now, you may not see on my channel the cauldron with the gold, because this will be done on Twisted Fiber Friends, but you're getting to see it worked up in the green. Now, the green will be a little oversized compared to my black one, but that's okay.
Is that because they're both different weights?
Yeah, the black is more of a DK, but that's okay. I'm pull more yarn out. There we go. But that's okay. So I've already written down that round I just did, and then the next round, which is going to be a plain round, and then we are going to start increasing again, so the cauldron will bow out some. But my increases are going to be less than they were when I was making the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you just want it to be gradual, not so.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does help if you guys talk in the chat. I thought I'd let you know that. You know,
Like I said, they're just watching.
no, I mean, it doesn't, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about it helps YouTube if you talk in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah. That helps with the algorithm that you're talking in the chat. Otherwise, YouTube's like, well, this is a boring live. Nobody's talking.
mm.
Yeah. I mean, I realize it's more me crocheting, but yeah. The reason I don't have myself blown up is because I don't, this is a mock-up. It is not a permanent pattern yet. That's why I'm not blown up. Because there may be stuff that changes.
Well, but that's okay, and it's would be nice for them to see, well, if I'm going to change it, this is where I'm going to change it.
Oh, absolutely. You finished your
DK says,
assessment?
I've been quiet while I finished an assessment. Now I can do my knitting. Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice, Jen. Thank you for talking. All right, come on. There we go. All right, so.
Froggy was just talking about her husband Joey having to do an assessment last night.
Oh, and he was not happy about it. There we go. Because that's still going to curve, which is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
So which is why I think I'm going to put bead on it.
Good morning, Terry. How are you doing? She says, hope the weather is being kind to you all. Yes, it is. Thank goodness.
Mine's not, but that's okay. Yeah, I still think I'm going to do the bead after all. Because it's still curving.
Mm-hmm.
See the curve. So I do think I'm going to do the bead. I like that idea. I'm thinking.
Right.
This is part of the process. You got to think for a minute. I do like it. And now I would do this in a smaller hook than what I'm doing. I think this needs to be worked up with an F hook.
Mm-hmm.
With a wood.
And what hook size were you using?
An H. That's why it's floppy.
Well, you do know then that if you're going to
my 3-weight, I'll use a D.
I was going to say it's going to adjust in. Well, no, it won't.
No, but I think I'll pull out a 4-weight.
You're going to have to do, but you're going to have to do more rows to get the inches required because you're going to be using a smaller hook and thinner yarn.
Well, I think I'm going to pull out a 4-weight black and an F hook and work it up that way. What did Jen say?
She said, it's part of my course in security work or my secondary job. Last day tomorrow out of 5 weeks. Oh my goodness.
Wow. They ain't gone.
Carrie says 5 weeks of classes, Jennifer.
Wow. I apologize for the coughing.
It's all right.
I need, where is my decongestant?
And Jerry's saying hello, Margie.
Oh, there it is. Pardon me while I take a decongestant. I'm tired of being so sick. Oh, they're on Zoom.
Yep, 5 weeks of Zoom in 2 days per week. Oh, well, then that's not so bad. At least it's not, every day.
Yeah. Maureen and I have 4 days of classes. We've already done 2. And then that's just for this week, though. We've got today and tomorrow, and then we're done for this week.
I am feeling better, Terry. Thank you.
Oh, that helps. I think I will do a gentle increase on the next round.
And explain what a gentle increase is.
A gentle increase would mean I would only increase by like 3 or 4 stitches
Mm-hmm.
instead of 3 or 4 stitches instead of like half the stitches. So here I was increasing by 6. And here I'm going to do a gentle increase. So I'm going to increase by half as many. So in 7,
You want it to have that nice curvature.
yeah, I want a curve, but I don't want like a dramatic curve.
Right.
So I want to increase 3 stitches, and there's 24. So 24 divided by 3 is 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to HDC and 7 half doubles, and then 2 HDC. And then I'm going to repeat. And then I'm going to SL, ST, and that will give me 27 stitches. So I even write down how many stitches are going to be in each round. That way when this goes to get typed up. Oh yeah, this is going to be tall. It's going to be about 6 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to be roughly 6 inches tall. It might end up being 8 inches tall. But yeah, so we got to do 7. So hang on that. So I always go back into the first stitch. There's 1.
Are you doing single crochets now? Oh no.
No, they're all half doubles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we need to do 2. And then 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then 2 more. That's the increase. Now we do 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then 2 in the last stitch. 1 and 2. And then slip stitch in the first one. Chain 1. And that's given us a gentle sloping out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to do that again. I think we'll do another one. That's 8. So this time we're going to do 8 half doubles and then an increase. Repeat. And then we'll do the slip stitch. And that's going to take us to 30 stitches. So we're just going to do the same thing again, but we're going to count 8 half doubles. So just repeating it again. So this is a unique thing to do. We go through this every time we design a pattern. And if there is, if it's a wearable, we actually will do a swatch. So this is not a wearable, so it didn't need a swatch. Okay. There's 4.
So see, you don't always have to hear that ugly word swatch.
No. But this is roughly what we do, and it is time consuming. Just so you know, it really is time consuming.
And the nice thing about working it up in for me, always, when I work up my mock piece, is I could do it in a like white or a bright yellow or something, so I can actually see what my stitches are going to look like, what
Hence
kind
the
of
bright green.
texture it's going to, give me.
That's why the bright green, because I can see my stitches in the magnifier real easy.
Right.
And I can see what I've done that needs to be changed. I'm tempted to change the bottom, but I kind of like the fact that it's curving. I do. I kind of like the fact it's curving. But working it up in a lighter color enables us to see what we've done. Because if I'd have worked it up in this, I wouldn't have been able to go back and see
Right.
what I've done. It would have been pretty, don't get me wrong. But exactly, Maureen, exactly.
I said that's how I do it. I know everyone has their own little, tweaks and tricks and things.
I think my count's off. Try this again. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ripping it out.
Hi, Lee.
Hey, Lee.
Hello, Lee. How are you doing, sweetie? You riding the bus home from school?
Ten.
Froggy is working on showing us what her thought process is when she's developing a new pattern.
Yep. Hang on. I'm sorry, my count was off. I had to.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right, 10. All right, so that's better. So that one's done. So that's 2. And then I think I'm going to go 2 rounds. No, this is number 9 and number 10. I'm just going to HDC and HDC, SLST, SLST, and this will be 30. And this will be 30. I'm going to do 2 plain rounds. So now I'm just going to do 2 plain rounds with my this is going to be taller than 6 inches. So I'm going to do 2 plain rounds with it. Hey, Charlie Hilton.
Who's Charlie Hilton?
His friend, I'm assuming.
Okay.
So now I'm just doing 2 plain rounds. I work quicker if I bring it closer to my body. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, that's all right.
And it's just plain half double crochets all the way around. I could do this in singles, but I chose the half double because it's taller, number 1,
Mm-hmm.
and 2, it fills better. Fills, F-I-L-L-S, the stitch better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like it.
Y'all can still hear me. I'm going to drop myself down a minute. I need to turn my fireplace down.
Yeah, go ahead.
Her getting warm.
So I do like the half doubles quite a bit. It's one of my favorite stitches.
It's my favorite stitch. Yep.
Oh yeah, one of my favorites. Especially when I want a little extra height and fullness. That's why I like the half double. Yeah. So this, I am not going to finish it today. I will come back to this and finish working up the process with you guys.
Gwen is asking, Froggy, have you looked at the pattern I sent you?
Yes, I have, Gwen. I'm obviously I haven't had a chance to work on it, but yes, I have looked at it. I do know there are several people who have worked on it, but yes, I have looked at it, my darling. Every pattern I go to work on, I read through first. So yeah, I've looked at it. I want to make a pair. I just haven't had a chance yet. I even picked out my yarn too. Funny. I would make some tweaks, Gwen. I would make some tweaks to the pattern. That's just my 2 cents. But I like the pattern. I would make some tweaks to it to make it a little easier. But that's just because I have more patterns under my belt than you do. And because when I write patterns, I write them for beginners to read. You wrote your pattern and it's a beautiful pattern. You did a great job. You are learning, and I think it's great. Your pattern is written with the understanding that the person knows how to crochet, and there's nothing wrong with that. My patterns are written with the understanding that the person might not know how to crochet. But your pattern is fine. And there's nothing wrong with learning how to do that. And I think we need to do more on teaching you guys how to write patterns.
Yeah, because, really, if you've been crocheting for a while, you're familiar with, how patterns go together, how stitches go together. You don't always have to just stick with like double crochets, half double crochets, or 1 row half, 1 row doubles, especially if you've got, like I said, this idea in your head of something that you would like to create. There you go. Look at that.
See, it's growing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And yeah, it's going to be about 6 to 8 inches actually. So I think it's kind of adorable myself.
Yeah.
So I am going to leave this and work on this with you guys in the lives until this whole mock-up is done. So I've worked up to round 10 and I'm literally leaving it just to work up with you. I'm not going to work on it without you guys. So bear with me and I will come back to being with you guys. There we go. Yeah, I think you're right, Maureen. And I think we should do more on helping them to write patterns. Not do it for them,
No,
but help them to do it.
we'll just give you some tips and techniques,
Definitely. But Gwen, your pattern is fine. It's just you wrote your pattern, you know how to crochet. And so you wrote your pattern as though another crocheter is going to read it. But when you write a pattern, you need to write it as though the person doesn't know how to crochet.
Right.
And then you're fine. But I think you did a good job. Hello, Gloria.
Hello, Gloria. How are you doing, sweetie?
Hi, Gloria.
Quite honestly, for that being your first time, thumbs up. Great job. I'm impressed because quite honestly, most people will not even try.
Right.
So good job. Keep up the good work. Keep doing it. And we'll help you get this one written up to where you want it to be. How's that? But I would love it if you would be a wonderful pattern designer. So Gwen, you can now call yourself a pattern designer.
That's right.
I don't tell people I'm a crocheter or knitter. I tell people I'm a pattern designer. That's what you are now, Gwen. And congratulations on being a pattern designer. Oh, honey, whatever you need, and reach out.
Yeah.
She did good. There
That's
you go.
right. It is an intermediate pattern.
It is intermediate.
Mm-hmm.
I gave her that. I try not to write intermediate or advanced patterns. I want to. I want to write advanced patterns so bad. But I try not to. Because my patterns are used on Twisted Fiber Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I try not to write those kind of patterns on there. Because people would get mad. Not all of them, but some of them. And I think she did a beautiful bang up job. I do.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my personal opinion. And let me tell you, you got over 50 years worth of experience here, and I think you did good.
Yes.
That's just me.
I have to write my patterns down each time now. I have only written a couple of my designs. Sweetie, as they like to say, whenever new folks are wanting to break out on YouTube, you just got to press record. Well, in pattern designing, you just need to get your pencil and paper, start drawing and writing.
Gwen, they're on scraps of paper, and I do mean scraps of paper. They're on scraps of paper. They're on the back of envelopes. I do have a new spiral notebook coming from Amazon. It won't be here till Friday because I'm writing them on scraps of paper.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get them out of my head is the problem. But I write them on scraps of paper. I tuck them in the back of a notebook or something.
Oh, Mima Dawn. She says, Gwen, you're a few steps ahead of me. I created a design, but I haven't put it on paper yet. Well, sweetie, get it on paper while it's still fresh in your mind.
Just do it. There's nothing holding you back. I know I'm like over here going, what other scraps of paper have patterns written on them? Because, here's another one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm embarrassed because I stick them on scraps of paper. It is what it is. I just grab whatever I can and start writing it down. I write out my idea. I draw up my idea. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope. That's
just
the way
a pile of ideas. you know.
And there's
Oh,
nothing wrong with that either, Gwen. So long as while you're creating on the hook, you know, when you get through with one row, you stop a minute and you write it down.
You know, the best, in my opinion, the best way is one row, write it. One row, write it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you will forget. I mean, granted, we can go back and read our work, but it usually is better one row, write it.
Yeah.
But you can do it. You can. But I love you guys. It is time for us to, hey, to share. I hope you have a blessed day. I want to remind you guys to head over to Carrie's, and where you'll see us all over there, and we'll continue the conversation. So, Carrie, start us off because you got to head there first.
Be kind, be blessed, be a blessing, and remember, one random act of kindness can change the world. Love you guys.
And Maureen.
Thank you all so much for being here. I do hope that Froggy's little adventure with you today has encouraged you to take just a few minutes and let that idea that's in your head get out. All right? Please remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. It could be your light they need to see.
I will see you over at Carrie's house in just a minute. Stay safe. Be kind to one another. Happy yarning. Love you guys.